In today's video, I would like to go over the ion review and ionic compound practice that we went over in class. So the first thing I asked you to do on the first row there is to draw the electron dot diagram of each of the elements. Now I put them into groups according to the periodic table, so it should have been fairly simple for you to do that. If you can remember, in group 1 has 1 dot for its electron dot diagram. Group 2 has 2. 3 has 3. Group 4 has 4. Then 5, 6, 7. And then group 8 has a full electron dot diagram of 8. Because remember, everybody's trying to get to 8. And then the number of valence electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because remember, when we do the electron dot diagrams, the dots represent the valence electrons. Now when we start looking at these as ions, remember everybody's trying to get over to this magic number of 8. And so when I see that those in group 1 have 1 valence electron, the question becomes, which is easier? Is it easier to gain 7 electrons, or is it easier to lose 1? And of course it's easier to lose 1, so those are going to be on the loser side. On group 2, again, is it easier to gain 6 or to lose 2? It's easier to lose 2. It's easier to lose 3 than to gain 5. Now group 4, those can lose or gain because it's equal. The next one, it's easier to gain 3 than to lose 5. These are a gain, and same with these are a gain. Now remember, 8 is already full, so those aren't going to have any ionic charge at all. Now when group 1 loses that 1 negative electron, that's going to cause that to be a positive. And it's going to be positive for 1. Group 2, because it loses 2 electrons, remember that they are negatively charged, is going to be 2 plus. Group 3 is going to be 3 plus. Now because group 4 can lose or gain, it can be a plus or a minus 4. Group 5 is going to, remember, gain 3 electrons, so they're negatively charged, so that's going to be 3 minus. And then group 6 is going to gain 2, so that's going to be 2 minus. Group 1 or group 7 will gain 1, and so that'll be a negative 1. And so you can just look at the groups on each of these, where each of these elements are at, in order to determine what is the ionic charge of each of these. Okay, so for example, as I go across here, I can put in that information on the ionic charge. So for example, beryllium is going to be a negative 1. Sodium is going to be a negative 2. Oxygen is also going to be a negative 2. And then I can just keep going across and putting my information on here and until I get to this one, which is already full. And so that's going to actually react with none of the metals. Over here I have my metals, which means those are going to be the ones that are going to react with the nonmetals. And so again, I put my ionic charge on here. It's going to be 1 plus. This one is going to be 2 plus. Then it's going to be 3 plus. Ba is going to be 2 plus. Then 1 plus. 1 plus, and the last one's going to be 2 plus. Then I just start combining my metals with the non-metals, and I'll do one row across just to kind of get you started here. So LIBR, and since it's 1 and -1, those are already going to cancel out, so I don't have any balancing to do. On LIS, I have 2 of the sulfurs, so I need to put a 2 on that one. Next one, I need to have oxygen, so that's Li2O, and then Li capital I. And then the last one is going to be LiCl, again because those are all +1, -1. Okay, and so you can go ahead and do the rest on your own. If you have any questions, please let me know.